Before we go further into the Bible itself, I want to show you something which is not actually a Bible, but it is one that is so full of information that it's an introduction to everything in the Bible, but it's much more than that. And this is called the Zondervan Handbook to the Bible. And it has just tons of articles in it, internal maps, and so on. But one of the things that's outstanding about this is it deals with all of the cultural context that everything happens in, and lets you know everything that was going on during the part of the Bible that you're reading. Timelines are in there, everything about everyone mentioned, and it just has incredible pictures as well that gives you a very good idea of just what was going on when you're dealing with the Bible. For example, I'll show you one picture here, for example. When it talks about the Old Testament, here is a picture right here. And this is about the Old Testament scrolls, how they were written and why. It tells all about that. And here is a Old Testament history timeline, which is very helpful because it gives you what was going on not only in the Jewish culture, but in everything that was going on in other cultures around them at the same time. So you have an excellent idea of the context of what was going on. And of course, this continues on the next page. This is quite long and quite detailed and dynamic. And then they have articles, for example, the Old Testament and the Near East, which really is excellent with the map. Then the article about it. And every article is in that color. And then when it talks about the 5 books of the Bible, of course, you get the regular color like that. And it goes through the entire Bible like that. For example, in the book of Genesis, when you begin, has a picture you might expect, the creation of the universe. And naturally, you have an outline of the whole book and what it's about. But rather than giving you the entire Bible just as it is, they will give you sections of the verses like this you see here and describe it and what's going on in there. And then articles. For example, talking about creation, they have an article on creation stories. That is to say, stories not only in the Old Testament, but from other cultures around there, which is quite interesting. And it goes all the way through, and it has, of course, excellent maps of all the places, excellent maps of all the kinds of cultural buildings built at that time and what they stood for and so on. You can go through this entire thing, and you never run out of all of this. It takes you through every book in such details. And it has endless beautiful illustrations of all kinds. Here is another one, for example, the beginning of the book of Mark in the New Testament. Very excellent. And Jesus in the cities, Jesus and women, Pontius Pilate. In fact, this is a very interesting section to hear about him, where he lived and what his temple looked like and so forth. And then about Martha and Mary. So it just goes on and on and on and on. It's almost endless. And then at the end of it, it has a wonderful section on an index, rapid finds. It's called rapid finds. You can look anything up and find out where it is in there, including maps and articles. And that's the rapid find section. So this is an introduction to the Bible that is jam-packed with incredible amount of information, pictures, maps, articles, that gives you a great introduction to the entire Bible. That is a wonderful book for every biblical interested person to have. Next time, we will actually get into a Bible. Enjoy the day.